Hello to you. It's Monday. Yes, indeed. Monday, the 25th of October, 2021. Good evening to you, boys and girls. Welcome to our little chat show for today. I should be trying to do one most days for you of these, my darlings. Okay. If there's now and again one missed out, don't worry too much. Unless I disappear for a very, very long period of time and then worry. Don't worry if I miss one out now and again. It's all to do with time. My whole life fits together like a jigsaw puzzle. Do you know what I mean? Yes, and that's how it works. I've just been to Waitrose, actually. Not to Waitrose, to Morrison's and Aldi tonight. I wanted to get some more of that vegan bacon, which is quite nice. So I'm hoping on the next show to do a little bit of a cook show, okay? We're going to try out this vegan bacon that I've discovered from Morrison. So I'll do that tomorrow. It's not a vegan breakfast, okay? A vegan breakfast, you wouldn't be able to have eggs with it. So I'm going to do a vegan bacon and eggs. I couldn't advertise it as the vegan breakfast show because the vegans will get very, very upset. They come round here and they start sticking themselves to my house and my poor plant plots downstairs, dear. Even Gary the cat might be stuck to. You know, those vegans were very, very upset, so I have to be quite accurate with that, my darlings. We are very accurate on this programme at all times, sticking themselves to the house. Just like the Insulate Britain people. They've been at it again, boys and girls. They're at it again, the Insulate Britain people. Yes, indeed. This isn't a Daily Mail. A determined Insulate Britain protester glued his head to the ground as the group blocked a busy road in central London. Now, wait till you see this. Here is the bloke with his head glued to the ground. Look at that. That's got to be painful, isn't it? That's got to be painful. I mean, these. I'm sorry, these blokes, these people are going about it the wrong way. You know, you've now lost. I think you've lost the public view of this. You've lost the public now. You know, you've created so much problems for people moving around. We get it. Believe me, we get it. We get the whole environment thing. And we get how you've got to do more and more. This country doesn't do too bad at all, actually, I don't think. It's never enough, is it, though? Have you noticed it? You know, whatever the government do, so it's never enough. With someone else asking for money or something, we understand it's never enough, is it? Whatever they do, it will never be enough for these people. Have you seen these people? You know, blocking the road. They're as mad as hatters, and they look mad. They look mad. Did you see that woman inching along, nudging them the other day? And I don't know what the legality side of that is. I mean, no one's been run over. You know, whether or I really don't know. I would imagine that you're not really supposed to nudge someone with your car. But if I was sitting on the road and I'd been nudged, I'd be out of the bleeding way. Not this lot. They're mad as hatters. Absolutely mad as hatters, all of them. But you've lost the public on this. I'm afraid you're going about it the wrong way. It's the wrong way to be sitting on and disrupting people all the time. You know, we have some terrible stories, actually. You know, one person... one lady, she was it was a man today. Wasn't it a man yesterday? I think it was a man this morning, rather. Sorry, it was a man this morning trying to take his dad to a cancer clinic or something like that, and he couldn't get through. And he's pleading with these people. Oh, well, we're very sorry, but this is bleeding off their heads. They're off their heads. These people should be dragged into prison. You've seen these other motorists dragging them out of the way. Good. As long as you don't hurt them. As long as you don't hurt them, you can't start smacking them in the mouth. That's wrong. But you can drag them out of the way. And that's what's happening now. People are being dragged out the way. These stupid people. And they are stupid because it's the wrong way to go about things. I'm sorry. It really is. So there's that one. There was the lady last week. I think someone else died on their way to a hospital. You know. Then there was a lady trying to take her 11-year-old little boy to school. Do you remember that one last week? She's the one that was nudging them with the car. And even worse than that, there are people out there, it's very serious, there are people out there who cannot get their Waitrose shopping delivered. I mean, where's it all going to end? There are people out there who, you know, in a normal day, they sit there at home, tip-tapping away on their mobile phones, making their little shopping lists and ordering it on the Waitrose for delivery. The deliveries can't get through. There's people starving. There's people starving in Kensington and Knightsbridge because they can't get their Waitrose delivery. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. But don't you worry, because I've got one for you, my dear Waitrose friends. I've got one for you. I've taken screenshots of all these ghastly Insulate Britain people, my darlings, and I am sending their photos to Waitrose head office. They will never, ever be able to go into another Waitrose again. Unlucky. Bye-bye. My friend, the security guard, he's a lovely man. We've got a security guard at our Bracknell Waitrose. We have been unaffected by this so far here in Bracknell. But my friend at the security guard Waitrose has told me, thank you very much for sending the pictures in, Chris. They've been circulated to all Waitroses now, and none of these Insulate people will ever be allowed in a Waitrose again. They're going to have the shop at Aldi. Mind you, I think some of you, most of you probably do anyway, don't you? Just imagine that. Not being able to have your Waitrose delivered. Anyway, that's that. Thanks very much, boys and girls. If you've got any comments on the whole Insulate Britain people, try and keep them a little bit funny, okay? That's what we do here. We try and look at the lighter side of life. Then do put the comments underneath this video, all right? And I'll read them on the next show. Also, if you could possibly do a little thumbs up, a like on there. And if you haven't subscribed to the show already, please feel free to do so. We don't have many subscribers here. In fact, this is one of the only channels with more videos than subscribers. Quite frankly, it's got desperate. It has got desperate. So if you feel the need to subscribe, please do that as well, my darlings. Alrighty. Some of your messages from yesterday then, from yesterday's show. And hello to Lee Toby. Hi, Chris. Glad to see you're feeling better after your booster coronavirus injection. And he says, nice to see the chat show back. I watched them after work. Thank you very much, Lee. Yes, I had a bit of a few side effects, which was the last show was about, on my third injection, actually, the coronavirus booster injection. I'm not the only one, though, because there's a bloke who comes in the swimming pool. Steve is his name. He's a lovely bloke. Such a nice man. He recently got married. They had their honeymoon on the Isle of Wight. And nice place to go for honeymoon, I think. He had his honeymoon on the Isle of Wight. And I met him in the swimming pool today. I don't meet up with him. He's just there. You know what I mean? And he said, I should have come swimming at the weekend, but I had my coronavirus second injection on, I think he said Saturday morning. He said it knocked him out for 6. And he was kind of out for about 2 days. He just, I said, well, what were the symptoms? He said, I'm just so tired, I didn't want to do anything. I said, yeah, exactly the same as mine. Mine went on for about, not quite 2 days, about 36 hours, day and a half, which you'll know about if you saw yesterday's show. If you missed it, just have a look at yesterday's show and I'll tell you all about it there. It's right at the beginning of the show. But he just couldn't do anything either. He was just like, oh. And mind you, he still managed to overtake me 4 times today in the medium pool, which is rather disappointing. Poor bloke. It's nice bloke he is, Steve. Funny enough, as it was raining, I usually walk to and from the swimming pool. And it was raining when I came out. So I said, I've got to ring my mate now to come and pick me up. Because he was coming round anyway for lunch. And he said, well, I'll give you a lift home. Isn't that kind? I said, where do you live? So I told him. Obviously, I cannot reveal my address to the millions of people watching this programme. Because they'll all turn up. They'll all turn up and want a freebie, won't you? Eh? And I said, no, that's it. Where do you live? So I told him. He said, my father lives at number 31 or 32, I think it was. I said, oh, really? I live at... And I told him my number. You know, and it's a small world, isn't it, when you think about it? But that was kind of him to do that. Right, let's read some of your other messages here. Hello to Gary Ross. Hello, Gary. Roy Pledger there. Good evening to you, Roy. Hope you're well. He says, hope you've reported your symptoms to the yellow card scheme. Well, actually, Roy, I after my second coronavirus injection, which was way back in May, I think it was May, I got tinnitus. Like, I've always had it, but it became worse within a day of that. And after a period of time, I realised it wasn't going away. It's a couple of months now. So I did try and fill out the whole yellow card type thing, which I found online. But honestly, it just went on, and I gave up in the end. It's too long. I couldn't be bothered. You know, and I do this sometimes with surveys. I don't mind a quick survey, a couple of minutes, but you pages and pages of blooming questions of, I can't be bothered with this now. So I gave up in the end, you know. I mean, I do those. Do anyone do those YouGov things? Do any of you do those YouGovs? They're quite interesting, little surveys that come out, and you see the results sometimes on the telly and things like that. They put them with statistics and all that sort of thing, and that was quite good. But even those, sometimes I give up on those, especially if it starts asking you television questions. You know, which channels do you watch? What times do you watch them? What program? Oh, on and on it goes, and I give up with those as well. And that's what happened with the yellow card thing. There were just too many blooming questions on it. It was too long, so I gave up. Thank you, Roy. Welcome along to our show. Hello to SCT Van. Chris is in the house. Great show as always yesterday. You are now almost at superhuman level. Almost. Not quite. I'm still trying. I'm very trying, actually. A lot of people think I'm quite trying. There we are. Hello to Glenda, who says, love you, Chris. Thank you very much, Glenda. Very kind of you to say so, my love. Glenda is loving me today. And we're sending the love to you as well, Glenda. All right, my sweetheart. Hello, Glenda. Chio Muffet. Chio Muffet is there. By the way, if you're sending us a comment, like a comment thing on YouTube, then I will read your YouTube name, which may or may not be your name, if you see what I mean. If you want me to use your name, then put your name along with the comment, and I'll use that instead. But if you don't put it, I'll just use your YouTube name, okay? So Child Muffet says, hi, Chris. I had a very sore arm and hardly slept for 2 nights after the booster. Yeah, I've been having trouble sleeping for some time, actually, Child Muffet. And my mate, we don't really know why. I mean, I suppose it could be the coronavirus vaccines that's making us not sleep. I don't know. I'm not particularly worried about anything at the moment, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry you're having trouble sleeping. She had a very sore arm and trouble sleeping for 2 nights after the booster. Also, a very sore throat in the morning, but she is now back to normal. So that's good news, my darling. Glad you're back to normal, my love. It's worth a bit of suffering, isn't it, to keep you out of hospital. Do you know what I mean? I think so as well. I know we've got lots of anti-vaxxers out there. I get that. Yeah, and I accept what you think. But don't go around pushing people around, telling them that we mustn't. We're decide. Like I accept the fact that you don't want to have your vaccine, please accept the fact that I'll have mine and don't run me down. Do you know what I mean? And that's how it is. Thank you. And hello to George Bond. Hello to George. Daniel says, what about the morning show? What about the morning show? What do you mean? Do you mean the fact that it wasn't there this morning? Yeah, I never said it was going to be a regular thing. I told you we were just trying it out. And I said that many times, especially on Friday. I said, thanks very much, those of you that had taken the time and trouble to get up at 7:30 in the morning, you know, just to join us for the morning show while we were doing it. It was about a week and a half, wasn't it, really? I did thank you. Oh, you obviously missed that part of the show. You know, do pay full attention, Daniel. Very disappointed, very, very disappointed in you. I've got to do my disappointed look now. You know, very, very disappointed, Daniel. You just little bits and pieces. You can't be bothered, can you? Oh, it's all too much for you, isn't it, dear? I can't be bothered today. I think I just watched the telly now. Daniel turns up at the karaoke sometimes. I think we're going to think of a suitable punishment for you now, actually, for not paying full attention to the show, to be honest. I'm not quite sure what. Perhaps anyone wants to suggest a punishment for Daniel? Stick it in the comments below, or you can send an email as well. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address, all right? Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. A suitable punishment, please, for Daniel when he turns up at the karaoke for not paying full attention to the show. Thank you very much. Hello to the dark side. Hello to Gary Ross. I've said hello to you, Gary. Hello to Gary Ross. Hello to the dark side, who says, I find it very funny that all of a sudden a booster is now needed, yet when they tested it in a hospital, no such thing was suggested. And of course, you're absolutely right. It wasn't, was it? Far as we know, you know, it was just 1 injection. Then that became 2, and now it's 3. So I don't know, really. It is all a bit odd, and I understand. I do get the what do you call it? When sort of some of these far out ideas come from, something theory. Oh, what's that word now? Dodgy theory, something like that. And you know, people think the Earth is flat and all that business. For God's sake! I mean, have you not seen these pictures from spaceships? Oh yeah, but they might be making those pictures up and just showing to us to all make us believe it. How can you even think like that? How can people think like that? It's almost like that anything that they're told they don't want to believe. It's all very strange, really. The way some people's minds think, like the flat earthers. You know, all these trips to the moon, the pictures of the Earth from satellites and all that, all made up. All made up. Not really happening. Listen, mate, if Captain Kirk comes on the telly and tells us the Earth is round, then it is. And he's been up there now, hasn't he? Old Captain Kirk, good luck to him. Joy's there. Hello, Joy. Joy's in London. She says, I've had 2 Astras and a Pfizer book. No, it's not how you say it, is it? Pfizer. 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 And a Pfizer. Why have they got a P there? Why have they got a P in front of the F? Why not just have the F? It's just people being awkward, isn't it? She's had 2 Astras and a Pfizer booster, takes cocktails to a new dimension. Thank you very much, Joy. Any more comments on that, or indeed any of the other stuff on the show today, just put them underneath there, okay? Underneath the box, or send in an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Can I just show you a couple of pictures that someone sent in? Mike, who's recently been on a little canal boat, and he sent a couple of pictures on the canal boat that he's on. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Lovely colour, isn't it? Green. That boat there, one of those long, narrow boat type things on a canal. I have to say the water looks particularly dirty, I must say. I don't think I'd want to go swimming in it. It looks like it's been all the mud has been churned up. You've been going too fast there, Mike. There's supposed to be a speed limit there, dear. You're churning up all the mud. Look at it. And there's a picture of Mike there. Now, I don't know if you look at the picture there, his left, what would be your left, okay? He looks like he's, I don't know if he's standing in a funny way. Perhaps he's just been to the toilet, is he, or needs to go? I don't know. Either that or he's holding. He's holding the rudder thing there, I suppose. Could be something like that, couldn't it? He's holding the rudder. Thanks very much for sending those in there, Mike. Much appreciated. All right. Good. Finally today, one little story here in the Daily Mirror. Watch out for those Google cameras. You know those Google cameras that go around taking photos of everyone all the time? You've seen those before. There's a lady in the Daily Mirror. She got a bit excited by this, so she got her breasts out for the camera. Oh, look at me, look at my breasts. They love doing it, don't they, these young girls? What's all that about? Except she don't look particularly young, to be honest. A woman who flashed her breasts at a camera car, Google camera car, shooting her area, has found herself on Google Maps. The unidentified exhibitionist spotted the vehicle taking photos for Google Street View in the Dingle area. That's a good note. Dingle. In the Dingle area of Liverpool. Who lives in Dingle? I like that. Dingle, area of Liverpool, and decided to pose in an X-rated manner. She can be seen through an open gate leading into a back garden, lifting her top up on the doorstep, while 3 other women stand on the other side of the fence. What's all that for? Dear me. Did she actually get her breast pictures on there? The company has a strict policy on any kind of pornographic or sexually suggestive content. Well, they want to tell the people on TikTok that. Have you seen TikTok? God, don't let your kids watch that, for God's sake. Anything goes on TikTok. So there we are. Poor lady, she got flashed at. You know, it's a funny thing, really, boys and girls. It's a funny thing. All those years I've been hanging around in bushes and things like that, I've never ever been flashed at. You know, I don't know if that's like disappointing or lucky, really. Never been flashed at in all that time I've been hanging around bushes. Oh well, one of those things, boys and girls. Maybe there'll be a flash again at some point. Thanks so much for joining us on the show. As I say, the next show I hope would be a little bit of a cooking programme with the vegan bacon and eggs. So you'll have to get the camera out very early tomorrow morning to do that. Have a lovely, enjoy the rest of your Monday. I know it's quite late, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio. I can't find the thing now. I can't find the little logo thing. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Bye.